The 2022 NFL Draft is just one day away, and I think it's going to be a monster first day, first round for the Georgia Bulldogs. I expect them to break their own school record for number of picks and number of first rounders. Now, the Georgia record for most players taken in one single draft happened last year when they had 9 guys taken. I think this year there's 12 guys who I 100% believe will be picked. And I think 5 of those guys could go in the first round. So this video is just about breaking down where these guys could come off the board, what it means for Georgia, how it impacts recruiting, and what it could have looked like if other guys had come out and joined the draft this year. So the first guy that you have to bring up, the guy who a lot of people could think could go number 1 overall, Trayvon Walker, massive 6'4". Let's see his combine numbers here. 6'5", actually 272. Completely destroyed the NFL combine. Ran a 4.51 in the 40, 35-inch vertical. The dude can run. He's big. He's fast. He's strong. He checks all the boxes. And he was one of Georgia's best defenders from last year's national championship team. So a guy that we've covered for a long, long time now. If you've been on the website, if you've been watching our videos, you've known about Trayvon Walker for close to 7 years now, ever since he was a young high schooler at Upson Lee High School. So a lot of people love Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's a very good player. Trayvon Walker's ceiling, his potential, I think he's some of the best in the draft. And we saw what he did, just his measurables and what he did at the combine, and it absolutely translates. So he's going to be probably the first guy off the board. After that, could be old Big Jordan Davis, another guy who dominated in the NFL draft, the NFL combine, 6'6", 340 pounds, ran a 4.78. The leader of Georgia's defense, or one of them. I'd say Nakobe Dean was probably the leader and the best overall player. And he's a guy who might not be the 4th Bulldog taken, off, in the draft. So Jordan Davis is a guy who could go top 10. I don't think he's getting past the Chargers or the Ravens. There's a lot of quality edge defenders in this draft and in the league, but there are not a lot of guys who can move like Jordan Davis can at 6'6", 340. Nagurski winner, Outland Trophy winner, first-team All-America. He did everything. Legend at the University of Georgia, and I think he's going to be a big-time starter and have a nice, successful NFL career. Devonta Wyatt right behind him, 6'3", 304. Quickness, right? Explosion off the line of scrimmage, lives in the backfield, just was consistent play after play, did his job, became a big leader of Georgia's defense. Again, it was a generational defense. A lot of these guys are leaders who are going to bring that to wherever they're picked at the next level. Devonta Wyatt, I think, probably going in the middle of the first round. But again, you got Trayvon Walker, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, I think is going to be a first rounder. Quay Walker could be a first rounder. Devonta Wyatt probably should be a first rounder. Lewis Seen, big time hard hitting safety. If teams think that he is okay in coverage, his quickness and ability to help in the run game could see him sneak into the first round. Channing Tindall's going to get drafted. Darian Kendrick's going to get drafted. Jamari Saylor is going to get drafted. I think he'd be a steal for a team in the 3rd round. What he did towards the end of the year, especially against Michigan and Alabama, proves that he could play guard absolutely in the NFL and could still play some tackle too. George Pickens is going to get drafted. James Cook, Zamir White, they're going to get drafted. That's 12 guys right there who I think have a 100% chance to be picked at some point. And there are not a lot of 6th or 7th round guys there either, right? These guys are coming off the board soon. And if James Cook and Zamir White are there in the 4th, 5th round for a team who needs a running back, I think that's an excellent option. So they're going to blow away their own school record. I believe the NFL record is 14. I think Georgia sits at an easy 12 right now. If Justin Schaefer, a multi-year starter for Georgia, who, again, national champion, if he gets drafted maybe in the 7th round, Georgia would get to 13. And then Jake Camarda, although inconsistent at times, absolutely has an NFL leg and, NFL caliber leg strength too. So he's going to play in the league. And I think Justin Schaefer is a guy who could make a roster. So that could get them to 14 and tie a school record. So we saw what these guys do when they play together. There's a reason a lot of these guys were 5 stars out of high school, because they had this NFL potential. And Kirby said when he got to Georgia, actually, I don't know if he said this, but I know that he thinks this. He's going out to get guys and recruit guys who he thinks can play at the next level, not at just the collegiate level. And you're seeing guys from the 2018 and 2019 class, when Georgia's, they were fighting for the #1 recruiting spot each and every year. Those guys are turning out to be what we thought they were out of high school, right? And we're going to see it in the draft. Trayvon Walker was a 5-star, played like a Jordan Davis. We all know his story, 3-star, but that massive size, and he was developed into a obvious first-round pick. Nakobe Dean, 5-star. Quay Walker, 5-star. Lewis Cine, 4-star. Channing Tindall, 4-star, but very highly ranked. Jamari Sawyer, 5-star. George Pickens, 5-star. Samir White, 5-star, right? So when you get to Georgia, you're getting developed and you're taking your game to the next level, and this is going to help in recruiting, big time. It was already easy for a staff of elite recruiters to get the guys they want, but now that they have lots of trophies, including the biggest trophy out there, now that they're producing, 4, maybe 5 first-round guys that are going to hear their name called tomorrow night, it's only going to help them to bring in more talent. But I think a lot of teams like Quay Walker with his size, maybe he slips into the first round. Again, Lewis Cine slips into the first round. I mean, if everything goes according to, ideally, they could end up possibly getting 6 guys in the first round. I don't think that would be a giant surprise, with guys like, Sawyer and Pickens coming off probably shortly after. I think both of those guys could see the second round. Channing Tindall could play his way into the second round. Maybe he's probably a third, but we'll see how it goes. A lot of these teams like these guys more than others, but they're national champions, and they're talented. They've been talented ever since they were in high school. They came through Georgia, and they did what they set out to do, and that's play for a guy like Kirby Smart and guys like Glenn Schumann and Trey Scott, and especially with these defenders. And they got better. They got developed, and now they're going to be millionaires very, very soon. So I think it's going to be a massive Thursday night, first round. We're going to see many Bulldogs come off, and hear their name called. And I think Friday and Saturday is going to be a big day as well. So they're going to easily break the school record of 9. I think they're going to get to 12 easy. We'll see if they get 14 guys picked this weekend. That would be a record, and another resume booster for Kirby Smart and the rest of his staff. So guys, once again, appreciate you watching these videos all off season. We really do appreciate it, and I'll see you up on the website.